Yes.
You know what makes sense when you're trying to book a pay-per-view? Named Money in the Bank?
Keeping a bottle of whiteout handy.
Why did you say that?
I don't know, there's quite a lot of participants shifting around.
Indeed. So wouldn't, because we've been having... I understand that we merged the titles earlier last year, but wouldn't you think that you'd want to, maybe book another Money in the Bank match for Money in the Bank? Because, your top star is out, and you're having a WWE title match as a Money in the Bank match, which isn't really a Money in the Bank match, it's just a ladder match. And then suddenly adding 3/4 of your roster to the card on the night before, the go-home show. You're supposed to... I'm rambling. WWE, stop selling me shitty pay-per-views. Please? Just tell me what I'm buying beforehand. Not, 2 days or a day or, the Monday night previously. Shots fired. Jesus, that was weird. Alright, so let's start the show. That is Omega BR.
Sounds like you need some verbal whiteout, also known as Kahlua.
That sounds really good right now, but we are also joined by our wonderful technical producer, Mr. Yankum DDS.
I've got a bowl of popcorn ready. This is going to be a good one.
Yes, it is. Alright, let's get started with the news here. The original planned main event of Brock Lesnar versus Daniel Bryan for SummerSlam is almost certainly not happening now, and Lesnar is expected to face whoever wins the World Championship at Money in the Bank. Amazon released the DVD cover for SummerSlam, which seemingly spoils who this will be. If he's ring ready by then, Bryan will still be in the main event, but the slow progress of his recovery might seem to return him at Night of Champions instead. Headliner Jay Gibson apparently was fired due to his lack of product knowledge, as he had only been with the company for 5 months and did more organization and assignment than actual writing himself. The direction of the program is expected to stay roughly the same, and the coffee segment last week on Raw was inspired by one of the McMahons having bad coffee reasons. Oh my god. Oh, that's not why they did that, but okay. Sure. Let's leave this to the sheets, and all those little smarks can eat it up because somebody had some bad coffee recently.
Oh, that's pretty believable. Like this week, one of the McMahons went to a petting zoo.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. Well, that's just, I assume.
It's true. One of the McMahons did go to a petting zoo, and next week someone's going to get bit by a llama.
This almost sounds like the beginning of fan fiction.
Oh, Jesus Christ, we have Netchester here.
Hello, gentlemen. How are you doing?
We're in the middle of the show, Jester. It's not... I don't know. Daniel Bryan's neck... Hey, look, don't rush it. Please, for the love of God, don't rush it. And, I really hope he comes back earlier than scheduled, because that's what Cena did, and if Bryan can do it, I would it would make a lot of us happy. Definitely not what we wanted out of the conclusion of his, particular title reign, but would you be surprised to see John Cena versus Daniel Bryan 2 at SummerSlam?
Yeah, SummerSlam, yes, but that's a believable, conceivable match for some time in the future.
Yeah. I don't know. And then this, the Amazon DB cover. Who's on the cover?
I don't know. Should we spoil it for the benefit of our listeners?
I'm gonna look myself, and I will spoil it. You keep talking.
All right. Well, it's not that hard to figure out when you look at the participants for the match. Of course, we'll be predicting the show later on in our show, but they had to do something, obviously, because of Bryan being out. It does surprise me that they would kind of frequently spoil this kind of thing. It's hardly the first time they've done it with, the cover.
I'm not seeing it. The SummerSlam image that we're seeing here is SummerSlam with 2014 under it. What? What image are they talking about?
For the one on... Well, it was on Amazon, and I believe it was also on DVDnews.com, or whatever that website is, which is pretty reliable about these things.
It's Cena.
I'm still looking. I'm still looking. Is it?
Yeah, it's Cena.
Oh, you just went ahead and let the cat out of the bag, didn't you?
Yeah.
Meow, 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 meow.
It's not like anyone wouldn't have predicted that anyhow, even without the DVD cover. When we got to that part of the show later on, I was going to say, ha ha ha, Cena wins. And surprise, I'm probably right.
But it's no AHAH, it's OLOLOL.
GTFO.
I want to be on this particular menagerie later on in the show during segment 2. But speaking of menagerie, let's get into some TNA news, shall we?
Oh boy.
Well, as we speak, TNA is taping their first set of Impact episodes from New York City today. And they announced earlier today that Bound for Glory this year will take place same day in that same venue, likely in the evening, with Bound for Glory being taped in the afternoon. They also revealed that fans overwhelmingly voted to switch back to the six-sided ring, which is in use right now in New York. Although Austin Aries and Ethan Carter III had tweeted against that, citing the physical toll that the ring has on the body. Hernandez spoke recently to Between the Ropes and claimed the last time he heard from the office was the Feaster fired in November, and that he would check the TNA website just to see if he had been removed. He was also promised a big singles push upon his return from Mexico, but that never happened. And Bully Ray was on Talk Is Jericho this week, mentioning that he got to live a dream of directing a pornographic film thanks to Rob, and that the film, although he couldn't reveal the title, included Ron Jeremy.
That is a wonderful image. Just seeing Bully Ray with just looking down and, with his Dudley glasses going, cut, the balls are in the way.
I just hope that his favorite porn star isn't exactly Ron Jeremy, if you know where I'm going.
Jester?
What?
No, we don't know where you're going.
Yeah,
but we
because
don't want to know where you're going.
What would be wrong with that, Net Jester? Are you homophobic, Net Jester? Do you hate the gays? Net Jester hates the gays and probably the blacks.
He's too old.
The gay community.
He should be out just like Ric Flair. I'm sorry.
Oh, so you're saying he should be out because he's gay?
Oh.
You're awful, Net Jester. Can we just move on from Net Jester's hatred and awfulness?
The best part about this whole thing is the fact that they're doing Bound for Glory in Japan. I bet you they won't draw there either.
Well, it's Japan. You have to draw their letters.
Oh,
you went right in for that one, didn't you, Gunner? Well, we know that TNA has a better... Yes, exactly. We know that TNA has a better fan base in Europe and in some parts of Asia. Who knows, maybe they will draw there. It's not beyond the pale. They've done it before.
Well, I don't think it's a question of whether or not they can have a nice lead event in Japan. I think it's a question of this is their WrestleMania, this is their biggest show of the year, and they're having it in Japan, which I believe is a 13-hour time difference from the East Coast of the United States. And, it's that old adage of, could WrestleMania happen in London? Well, it's the tape delay. It's, how are they going to do that? Are people really going to buy it when there's spoilers about and things like that? Is it worth the risk, I wonder?
It should be, because, it's not necessarily... They're doing it in a different arena. Doing it in Japan, which is really odd to me, to be completely honest, because why wouldn't they do it in England? Where it would make sense to do it. Because that's, people have been saying, I've been saying this since we started this podcast. TNA needs to move to England because they need to because they actually need, they actually draw over there. And it just seems really stupid to me that they wouldn't do that. And they would just go to Japan instead. I understand you got less than one in your back pocket, but still. And that's only in response to another thing we're going to get into later on in the news. But yeah, get ready for a wonderful Bully Ray directed Ron Jeremy pornographic film. Will you watch that? That's the question.
If it's a super hurty, yes. Anything else? Nah.
I only watch lesbian porn, so probably not.
Lies.
Only if he happened to shave that day.
Alright, let's move on here. So it said Oksana was let go because Kevin Dunn no longer favored her and made room for newer NXT divas like Charlotte and Sasha Banks. Kevin Dunn is a hard-on for Sasha Banks. Rosa Mendez avoided the axe, really, because they want her for the next season of Total Divas. Man, if it wasn't for that Total Divas show, man, there's talk of splitting Cameron and Naomi for the show, with the